Cursing Mushroom here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. So today, Guardians, I've got some interesting information for you guys. So I recently got the Cold Heart Catalyst, and you have to get 500 kills in order to complete the Catalyst, and it gave me an idea. So a lot of talk is going on, and I've seen people say, well, this is the fastest way to get kills, and this is the fastest way. So today I'm going to debunk and maybe even give you some new ideas on how to get kills. And we're doing some math, and we're going to make it right. We're going to understand how to get 1% and what that relates to in terms of seconds. Now, the numbers are going to vary from console to PC because console load times can restrict some of these percentages. And so I will note and let you guys know what I think is better for console and what I think is better for PC. So let's look into it. So I've got three things here. So I'm going to start with the least fastest method and then go to the fastest method that I think is available. Also, I want to tell you guys that the methods that I am doing, some of them are available only to people who have the DLC and some are available to everyone. So that's another reason I did it this way. So for the least effective method, but still effective, I found it to be the EDZ Lost Sector at Winding Cove, the Weep. Now in this Lost Sector, you can get roughly 5% every 3.5 minutes. Now that's going to vary obviously because I'm playing it on PC. My load times are much faster than console users, but it is an efficient way to get your numbers up, right? But it's not going to be the most effective. Now what that correlates to is we're looking at every percent is going to take you 42 seconds because it takes about 3.5 minutes to do the Lost Sector. The goal is to hop in by yourself. All of this stuff I'm telling you guys, do it by yourself. That's the way to do it. So you hop in the Lost Sector, you kill the dudes, you grab the chest, and that's where I cancel the time is once I grab the chest. So grab the chest if you want to, you don't have to. Rinse and repeat until you get your 100% completion. Now my math says about 70 minutes, which was about 1 hour and 10 minutes to complete it this way. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest. Realistically, at these numbers, I feel like you could just do whatever you wanted to and use the weapon and you'd get it about the same rate, but not 100% because, you know, it's 5% every couple of minutes. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it is a viable option. So let's get into number 2. So on PC, number 2 for me is for the heroic Whisper of the Worm quest, the Shadow Thrall spawning location. Now in this location, you just drop through the floor in the grassy, concrete, marble, whatever you want to call it, room, and a bunch of Shadow Thrall spawn. Now what most people forget to say or even note is they're on a timer. You've only got so long to kill them all before they respawn, so there's a delay of time. It takes you time to get there. It took me about, I think, 3 minutes to get there, 3.5 minutes to get there, and I died once, but it only took about 10 seconds of respawn, and after that, it was nothing but flawless. So your average player, it's going to take them about 3 to 4 minutes, I would assume, everybody's different, to get there. And then you've got about 17 minutes left, you know, or, you know, you got to think of it the whole 20 minutes. I got about 50% for 20 minutes, right? That's not that bad. That's pretty good. In terms of a second, adding that whole number, if we're, you know, dividing 50% into 20 minutes, which, like I said, give or take a few minutes, depending on how good you are, you could get that percentage a little bit up or a little bit less. You're looking at about 24 seconds for 1%. That's pretty good. You're talking to a 100% completion, about 40 minutes. It's going to be different for everybody. Obviously, you may be able to do it in 35. You may have to do it in 45. You may do it in 32. I mean, it's going to be different for everybody. But for an average of like what I seen was happening when I was doing it, because I only had 100% to complete this. I didn't want to complete it and not have any footage. Now, this is where I think is the number 1 for PC. Number 2 to me is the best for console, like we just talked about the Thrall, because loading times is what's going to get you on this first one. But if you've got a PC that's really fast and you can load into instances really good, you got good internet, you're going to be really excited at these numbers. Now, before we get into any numbers, let's talk about what you're going to be doing and where you're going to be doing it. So you're going to be going to the Mars Lost Sector in Braytech Futurescape called Core Terminus. And what you're going to do is you're going to spawn in, you're going to run to location, get on your Sparrow, whatever you feel like doing, Sparrow's probably the fastest, to be honest. And you're going to eliminate all the targets in the Lost Sector, hit the chest, and then respawn at Braytech Futurescape, so that way you can redo the Lost Sector and the enemies will spawn back for you, just like we did on EDZ. Now, if you don't have the DLC, that is the reason why I provided the EDZ Lost Sector for you guys, because this is going to be required of that. You're going to have some of the DLC. So it is what it is. Now let's get into the numbers so I can better explain myself why this is faster than the heroic Whisper of the Worm Shadow Thrall location. So what's going to happen is it's going to take you about 3.5 minutes on average. That's what I was coming up with. You're going to get 11%. That's pretty good. 11% completion in 3.5 minutes. That's really fast. You can do this really quickly if you're going through here and tapping the trigger with your cold heart. Do not hold it down on these acolytes and thralls. You will run out of ammo quicker than you can pick it up. Now what that correlates to in terms of every percent, for every 19 seconds that you're in this area, you're going to get a 1% completion. That's really not too bad. That's pretty fast. Now, it's not just extremely fast in comparison to the heroic quest, but it is 5 seconds faster per percent. That's pretty good in my opinion. Now, when you're looking at a 100% completion rate, you're looking at a total of 31 minutes and a half, 31.5 minutes. That's not too bad. Obviously, for console users, you can try it. I'm not sure how bad the load times are, but I remember when I was on console, it took me a while to load into an instance, so you may be wasting a bunch of time, but try it and see if it works out for you. But Guardians, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you complete your percentages on your weapons that need kills. But before I go, I want to tell you guys, this works for any weapon that needs a catalyst kills or just kills in general, as long as it's not a different enemy type. For instance, the Skyburner's Oath, you have to get Cabal kills. But this is a great location for kills with any catalyst that just needs kills percentage completed. It works really great. I've used it on multiple things, and I decided to completely share it with you guys and what I got from it. But with that being said, Guardians, I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, day, or night. As usual, Cursing Mushroom out.